Just the tips.
Yep.
All right, everybody. It's Adam and Mike here with Just the Tips, and it's our goal-setting interview, our 30-day plans. We missed last month, so this is actually a 60-day update. But how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah, we had a busy, like kind of transition from May to June last month. So we got to double up.
Yeah. And, bottom line is that, it was like 2 or 3 days afterwards, and we said, no, we'll be perfectly fine. And then next thing was 8 days afterwards. The next thing it was 15 days afterwards. The next thing you know. But that's why I think 30-day planning is so important, is because time does fly, even when you're trying to do it. Just imagine if you weren't efforting towards it. You'd do it every 6 months or once a year. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, and to be honest, like imagine like that in the realm of like the grand scheme of like all things in life, like, oh, I'll go to the gym tomorrow, or I'll do that tomorrow, or like whatever, and then you just never ever get around to it.
Yeah.
I will be honest, dude. I would push this thing off as far as we can. You're very adamant about it, which I love. You kind of keep me accountable when it comes to this kind of stuff, and it makes these numbers real of like what we're trying to do with this channel. So
yeah, and the bottom line is we talk about it. And then,
let me see.
Yeah,
I got.
Well, this is what we're talking about, though, is we are behind in almost every aspect, right? But because we set such aim-high objectives, right? We know that we're probably not going to achieve 100% of these goals, but by keeping them top of mind, we're accomplishing a lot more than if we had no goals or if we just would we want to do something.
Totally, definitely.
All right, let's see where we're at.
All right, so we're gonna get after it. We have. I'm gonna start from the left side of my page, my spreadsheet here. So I had playing Stonehouse and Royal New Kent in March, which we ended up doing in June. I have Tobacco Road and Tot Hill Farm in April, which we ended up doing in March. So we checked all that stuff off the list, which I'm great with.
Good.
Any of the local courses that we were planning on, putting on the list, I got Turning Stone, Crystal Springs, Sagamore, Leatherstocking. We haven't done any of that stuff yet.
It's not going good, yeah.
Not going.
And the summer's getting away from us. I mean, it's going to be 4th of July here in a short period of time.
Like that.
What?
I really hate when you talk like that. Summer's
But
getting
I'm just
away
saying.
from us.
I woke up one day and it's the 4th of July, and again the clock is ticking on hitting some of these big time local courses. But we have to. We got to get.
So let me ask you a question. When you talk like that,
Mm-hmm.
do you really feel like that?
Yeah, that we're behind. I'm trying to.
No, but do you
instill a
feel
sense.
like summer's getting away from us?
To a large degree, yeah. I feel like
Does it give you a sense of urgency that we got to start doing some of these, making some of these phone calls and everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Playing some of these courses, and like I said, and it's not just on golf; it's personal life too. Because again.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it in the beginning of this video and at the end. We have more important things on the stove right now.
I got it.
That I will say take precedent over playing the Monster or playing Bethpage. There's a couple more important things that I want to get done this year over playing Bethpage play.
But see, that's the incredible thing about goal setting is it's flexible, right? Now you can't go backwards. You can't go like, oh, the reason I didn't play the 10 top 10 courses I want to play is because I took up methamphetamine. Like that's not good. But if you're like, hey, the goal got really, really strong and this other opportunity that was even greater appeared and that redirected us. Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, the Just the Tips channel took me away from my primary focus, which was to play this really outstanding level of golf, right? It took the focus away, but it's this greater thing. It's being part of the golf community that I'll forever be grateful for, right? And again, the other things we got in the hopper right now, probably going to take us away from playing a little bit of this travel golf that we were hoping to play, and that's okay too.
Yeah. So, all right. So Stonehouse, Royal New Kent, Tobacco Road, Todd Hill played.
Knocked them out.
Not a whole lot in Ulster County. Red Hook, Innis, Shawangunk, Stone Dock, Mohonk, New Paltz, Powelton, Twaskill. Played Twaskill.
We got Twaskill.
Didn't play Woodstock this year.
No.
Didn't play Green Acres. Played Apple Greens. Played Wiltwick. Played Swan. I played Swan. Did you play Swan? Yeah, you played Swan.
Yeah, we went for that practice round, and then you played it in the qualifier.
So that's I'm just going left to right on the list.
Yep.
All right, personal stuff. 100 birdies. 100 birdies. Where's my birdie tracker?
Where's the birdie tracker? Shout out to Mrs. Paddock, because
they said birdie tracker keeps you on track. If you guys want one of these, you got to reach out to us, and Miss Paddock will make one. Okay? There's my birdie tracker. So let's see. 6, 12, 18, 24, 33. 33 birdies.
33? Okay.
And my goal is 100.
Gotcha.
So I'm at 33%. Where are you at, brother?
So I want you to think about this just for a second. When do you think the real golf season for us in New York starts? April?
Normally, yeah. This year, no.
Okay.
This year was probably May.
All right. So that's only May and June. That's 2 months out of, we'll call it an 8-month golf season, right? So you're 25%, you're 25%, you're about 33% of the goal, about 33% of the year, right? You got until the end of October, really, maybe longer, but, again, you're kind of right on track. Yep.
How about you? How you doing with your birdies?
So I had a 4 birdie round the other day, which I think is going to push me into like 58. So again, I'm a little behind pace, because if I was to double yours, I'd be at 66. So I'm at 58.
At 29%.
29%. The good news, well, like I said, I'll save that for you in a second. But like I said, I am a birdie making machine. I don't know if I'll get to 200, but damn it, am I making a lot of birdies?
Yeah, but it's definitely making it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. 100 rounds. I haven't checked my gin yet, but I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think I don't think that's going to be a problem. Maybe next year we cap it, like no more than 100 rounds.
Yeah. Well, next year, since we're going to be super busy, I think shooting for 100 rounds is going to be like stretching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
30 so the guy, courses, by the way, the guys from Chasing Scratch, who their whole channel is about chasing scratch. They average about 60 rounds a year. So, like I said, they got one of the top podcasts, and it's all about, playing golf, and they're doing about 60. So we're doing, 40% more than they are.
Yeah. But they're probably filming, recording, and editing a lot more. And
so they don't film anything. They do audio recording, and the one guy,
audio?
His full-time job is audio recording. The other guy's got a regular job.
All right. And they need to get out there more.
That's what I'm saying, man.
All right. 30 new courses, 10 in the top 10. All right. I don't think I played any new courses since our last one, dude. No new courses since our last update.
So I've played 3. I did get a chance to play the Monster. I didn't play all 18 holes, but I think I got 15 holes in. Does that count as a new course?
We'll have to ask our viewers, dude.
All right.
I say we just go back there.
It would definitely have to go back. By the way, course is outstanding. It reminds me of the great Adirondack courses of my youth, only the big boy version. Again, go there. They got a lot of deals throughout the summer. I got a chance to play with the athletic director. I wish I remember the name of this course. I'll post it in the notes. But it's in Waterloo, New York, which is just off the Thruway, just before Rochester. A beautiful 18-hole golf course that rivals our own Robert Trent Jones course. Shot 78. The athletic director shot 78. We had a beautiful morning. I just can't remember the name of the course. It's a real golf course. It was a lot of fun to play. I might even do like a hidden gem of New York State, because the place was that good. And then I also got a chance to play a place called Diamond Hawk in a charity scramble in Buffalo, New York. And Diamond Hawk is like the local, I don't know, it's like Apple Greens. It's like the real heavy public play course. Really, really, really nice track. The thing you don't realize about Buffalo is flat as a pancake, dude. You don't realize that there's no mountains out in that part of Western New York. You can see the entire hole from the entire course from the first tee. You walk in the parking lot, you can see the edge of the property in every direction. Yep.
See a guy that's over there. He's on 8, and then also. Go ahead.
I forgot. I played when I was in Lockport, which is just north of Buffalo. I don't know if you want to count this one either. I got out for an early morning 9-hole on a 9-more Lockport Municipal course. I got malaria from the national bird of Buffalo, which is apparently the mosquito in the morning.
Nice.
But I did get 9 holes in. I also now have the Zika virus. So, like I said, I don't know if we want to count that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Put them in. All right. Top 10 in the top 100. We're still stuck there.
Yeah.
Identify as a scratch golfer.
We're gonna pick up in August. We're gonna pick up at least 3, right?
Bro, well, 2. What do you mean 3?
Well, we got 2 Blue Caledonian. We're kind of committed to either playing the Dunes or Tidewater or maybe both.
We'll have to.
On the way, we forgot on the way down, we're talking about trying to lock up with Mid Pine and Pine Needles, which are also in the top 100. So
but here's the deal: we need to make these things happen. We can't just talk about it. We got to make them happen. So you got a contact with a friend. I have a text out to our buddy down at Tot Hill, just waiting to hear back.
All right. But bottom line is, if your course is not in the top 100, I don't want to talk to you. All right, so like I said, come with me in the top 100.
I apologize for my friend over here. Identify as a scratch golfer. That one I've been struggling with a little bit. I mean, I am playing a lot of straight up matches, definitely with you. Try to play low gross with like Bird and a couple of the other guys. We've talked about this off air about how we need to start challenging ourselves a little bit more on the course and what we're gonna start doing. So we'll keep that to ourselves, but the goal is to up our game a little bit.
I would just say real quick that you say identify as a scratch golfer. I can't remember last time you asked anybody for strokes. And as a matter of fact, you're pushing me harder too. The other day we played with a young man, a young junior golfer who's on the rise, and he's like a 13 handicap. And, I'm, like a 4 or 5, and you're like, just give him the 13 strokes. Just give him 13 strokes, right? And I did, like that's what a scratch golfer would do.
Well, for you, it's for your benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've been doing the same thing, man. You're not asking anybody for anything, right?
No.
And you're always the low man in many of the groups we're playing, so.
And you know what I mean? Like, it's only going to help me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not winning money most of the time, but it's pushing me, and it's definitely pushing my game, but I need to push it a little harder.
Right.
So that's play straight up and low gross and that stuff. That was all included. Yep. Next, shoot par. Okay, shoot par. So, Hertigan qualifier was like the same day that I think you played that 9-hole malaria course. I don't know. It was the same day you shot 78 at that other course.
That's true.
You texted me, and you were like, "Yo, shot 78 today. Beat that." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "I gotta go try to beat that."
Yeah.
So I shoot 1 over on the front at Swan, and then I shoot 4 over. I think 4
that course
over.
is weird because it's like a par 34, 36, 70.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
So I think you went.
So I shot 75.
35, 40, right, for a 75, but still 1 over on a very challenge. Don't let that par 35, 34 fool you. The front side of the Swan is a big boy course. It's very challenging. It's got 3 par 3s and 1 par 5. That's all.
Yeah. But then just the other day, I parred 1 through 8 at Wiltwick and had a par putt on 9 and missed it on the high side for a bogey 37 on the front there. We won't talk about the back, but, I'm flirting, right? Like, I'm flirting with, these, like, mid 70 scores that are potentials. I I need to not disappear for 2 holes or 3 holes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I need to put 18 good holes together. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying 72 or par is like right in my window, but it definitely can, getting a little taste of it. So it's kind of
I'll
cool.
tell you what we'll do, and that's what the great thing about these goals interviews are, or these 30-day plans. When 2 people come together in harmony with strong goals and they want to help each other, a third mind comes up, right? So one of the things we said is we wanted to play Green Acres, one of our local Ulster County courses. That's the perfect place for you to shoot 75. Why don't we go over there Thursday night or shoot even par? It's an easier course.
I'm not trying to do it in an easy way, dude. I'm trying to do it in a good way. Like,
but
do it
listen,
in a hurry.
It is a good way.
Qualified.
How many people shoot even par out there?
I'm just saying, like, if I can throw together a 72 at Lutwick or a 71 at Apple Greens or something like that, it would be freaking awesome.
I know. Like I said,
go shoot par at like Rip Van Winkle and Socrates.
Well, no, but a lot of top teaching professionals talk about playing from the red tees on the championship courses until you can break par. There is nothing wrong. The Ulster County men's 2-ball is at Apple Greens. I'm just saying that.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. I almost think that shooting par at Green Acres would be harder, to be honest. But there are a few drivable par 4s there that you can kind of get away with. So.
Yep, and par 5s you can reach into, things like that.
Right,
and you're playing as far back as you can, so you're playing the whole course.
All right. Next is 12 Eagles. I have 0. Next one is get my distance back. I'm starting to swing a little more confidently with the driver. I've gotten some decent distance back with the irons. The driver's still coming along. There are a few times when I catch them pretty good and they're out there. But starting to swing a little more comfortably and confidently.
Let me ask you a question, though, because you said it a couple of times, and I think I know what you're talking about. You're like, I want to get all the way back. Are you trying to make a bigger backswing?
Yeah.
With the driver? Okay.
Yeah.
Because you do have an abbreviated backswing. You hit the ball solid. I think it would help you too to get in the simulator and just take a look at smash factor a little bit, see where on the club face you're hitting it. Because when you tag it, dude, it flies, right?
Yeah.
I just don't think you hit it on the square right where you want to hit it. As well, nobody does, but except for maybe Rory McIlroy. But outside of that, when you smash it, that thing flies.
And it sounds good.
Also, I think you said it the other day. You're hitting the ball too high. And I don't know if that's a small swing change or a low launch angle shaft. Might be in order. $100 upgrade.
Well, I have that Callaway that literally has. I think it has like 12 different settings. So I might mess with them before I go spend $400 on a shaft.
I don't even know if it's a $400 shaft, but just like you're saying, getting dialed in on that driver, I think there's 20 more yards in that driver with just some weight and launch angle adjustments. But there might be another 30 to 50 in there with the right shaft. And I'm not even saying go out and spend the $400 shaft. I'm just saying get one with a lower kick point. That's all, or higher. I don't know how shafts work, but I bet there's one that throws the ball lower and takes advantage of some of this roll that we're getting out here on the hard pan.
Yeah. Well, even if it's not hard pan and it's soft, instead of that ball coming in like this and plugging and actually coming back, if it's lower, it's going to skip a little bit. But all right, next one is keep track of matches versus Adam. I haven't been doing that.
No. So I think you do have a good handle on how many times you've beaten me, though. I don't know what our overall record is, but you've beaten me way more this year than the entirety of the 2024, 2023, and 2022 seasons put together. I will say that.
And if you guys are listening, make sure you're following the Stonehouse series that's coming out right now as well. Just FYI.
And they're legit wins. It's not like I'm blowing up and shooting 90 and you shot 89. I mean, you're going out there and throwing down some good scores and beating me. You used to say it takes your best to beat me, meaning my best Adam to beat Mike's. I mean, right now your best is beating my average round. That's for sure. That's exciting to see.
My best is beating your best. I haven't seen you haven't even your best this year is like an 80. When you're with me, I'm intimidating. I get it. It's the beard.
I shot over the weekend. I shot 76, 80, 78, 76, 80, and then 77 yesterday. So in the last 4 rounds, I've been under 80 every single time.
Nobody was paying attention to your round yesterday, so you could have said any number you wanted to. You just said, I shot at 58. One of them cared.
4 birdies. That's all you need to know.
Would not have cared.
And I had 2 eagles on the season.
Not one person that was in that group yesterday cared about what you were doing in that round.
Eagles. I'm not even counting Eagles. I'm not even tracking Eagles. They just happen.
All right, now we're on your stuff. 200 birdies. You're at 59, 50,
58 or 59.
Okay.
I know I crested 50 at, so call it 58 for right now.
All right, real quick. I want to be a 3 handicap. I'm at a 6.7 right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Down from like an 8.1 from the last time we did this update.
What do you
want to be a 6.7?
Oh, dude, I didn't know you cracked 7. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Well, it's because you don't care about anybody but yourself.
You don't mention it. What am I going to go in and look you up in the gym? I got other things going on.
To do. I got you saved in my thing to keep my eye on you. You wanted to be a 0 handicap. What are you at?
So I went up to a 4.8, and then I got hard capped, which means it wouldn't go up any further. I've come out of that funk, and I'm down to a 4.4. So just 4.5 strokes to go. But I'm trending in the right direction. I got some big numbers that are coming off the handicap. But the differential at Wiltwyck, I need to shoot 74. It's like 74.5. So I need to average like 74, 75 for 8 of the next 20 rounds at Wiltwyck, and I'll be a 0.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
I just have to have a good weekend.
You know what's easier? And I'll say this. I'm going to give this info to everybody listening.
What?
Play from the blacks and shoot your same score. You're going to go down.
So the differential
goes 80 from the blues
way
and
up.
80 from the blacks.
Yeah,
it's easy.
You shoot. I don't think it's 80, but I bet it's instead of 74, 75, I bet it's 76, 77, and I do have a 77 from the blacks this year. Just Wiltwyck's a player's course. You go and play some of these easier 9-hole tracks, you're going to have to shoot even par or 1 over for 18 to get down to a 0. But Wiltwyck's hard enough that if you're 3-4 over on the round, the differential is actually a scratch handicap. So that's exciting. Mm-hmm. But it would be good to knock down a couple of subpar rounds. I'm making enough birdies. Yesterday's 77, I had 2 double bogeys and still shot 77, So I eliminate that, I should be right.
Nobody
there.
cares.
They all care. Why would they be watching this if they didn't care?
They skipped through that part. Oh, Adam's talking again. Fast forward 12 minutes to when he's done telling that story.
Oh.
All right. So we already went over rounds. We went over 30 new courses, top 10s.
Yeah.
Attain and maintain 175. Actually, hang on before you say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Your handicap, the last time I had it in here, your handicap, the last time we did this update, you said you were at a 5.1. So now you're down to a 4.4.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, attain and maintain 175. I'm not going to tell you the number that I have in here until you tell me your number.
Gotcha. So I wanted to lose 25 pounds to get down to 175. I just got 30 more to go. I should be there. No, I weighed in. When's the last time I weighed in? Was Sunday morning, and I was at like 200.3. But
come on,
quite honestly,
dude.
I mean, yeah, it's not good.
I'm putting 200.3 in here.
What was the last time?
195.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I said,
like that button. I don't know what they can see on your camera, but what I can see on your camera is that button is screaming right now.
Hey, dude, between you and me, I had to go buy new underwear today. I'm no longer a medium in underwear, and there was a situation over the weekend that requires a new 8 underwear purchase for golf. So
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
All
right, new driver. Which you got? Fix the top of your bag yardage, which you've done. I don't know if we talked about that the last time
we talked about the Heinz 57. So that's been a game changer. I got something I hit over 200 yards. I can hit it out of the rough. It's the perfect club. Couldn't be better. And I won't even miss that 5-iron.
Dude, you can sell it. It's brand new.
There's somebody who needs a I-530 5-iron with a 2 degrees flat, a 1/4 inch short with mid grips. Let me know.
Yeah. All right. So that's everything in the personal stuff. All right.
I think there was one more. I think it said by a new driver in there, didn't it?
Yeah, new driver. But we didn't talk about that in the.
No, because that was a beginning of May purchase. It was that. But bottom line though is when we stack up the goals, I fixed the top of the bag. I got the driver. Not attaining the weight goal the way I want to. The birdies need to pick it up, but couldn't be more happy with it. And we got to play more golf and more strategic courses. But outside of that, from a golfing standpoint, both of us are largely on track to accomplish some big things this year.
We just gotta. In all honesty, we gotta accomplish them faster than what we were planning. I personally don't feel like we have until the end of October, just with the other stuff going on.
Yeah.
But we'll see. All right, let's move on to the channel stuff, right? Partnerships to continue to grow. Now, when I wrote that, I originally was talking about brands like Sundog or TaylorMade or Monster Energy drinks. But we have built some amazing relationships with some of these courses. The head pros, the general managers, all of these people who run some of the courses that we love to play and that are beautiful courses up and down the East Coast. So I feel that we're hitting that goal, but in a different way than what I meant when I wrote it. And I'm totally happy with it.
I cherish these partnerships that we have, with Adam and Rich down at Stonehouse and Tim and Willie at Royal New Kent. Adam and the team over at Tobacco Road and Ben and his guys over at Todd Hill Farms. Bart Romano and Mike, those guys couldn't be better at True Blue in Caledonia. You literally not only do I cherish
Joe Rice down at Bulls Bay.
Oh, listen, Joe Rice, let's go. Puddles at Kiowa. He's our industry insider. But new relationships that we're forging too, like with Lucas Cohen at the New York Golf Park. That's a home run as far as a relationship go. To have a teaching pro at his caliber, 20 minutes from the backyard, who wants to work with us. Professional club fitter and industry insider and a hell of a player and a great nice guy, and Andrew DeForest. I mean, we're very, very, very lucky to have these relationships as we foster our brand. They're becoming a much bigger part of what we do on a week in and week out basis. It's very cool.
And I'll be honest, I actually, when I wrote that, I was talking about these, the big brands of TaylorMade and, whatever. I actually love these relationships way more because they're real and they're personal and they were built from real activity, real conversation, as opposed to I don't know what a TaylorMade partnership would be, but I doubt that we'd be hanging out at TaylorMade headquarters often. You know what I mean? So these ones are real.
But you can also, like I said, these guys are as passionate, probably more passionate about golf than we are. I mean, they put their money where their mouth is. They bought the actual whole, hallowed ground. We were talking at length with Lucas Cohen about making his dream a reality of, a very high end golf outdoor center for improvement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you can't even call it a practice facility. I mean, you could go there and practice, but he's moving the game in a big way without having a golf course, with on a few acres, so it's exciting,
All right, moving on. Podcast to grow. I do feel like we're getting a fair amount of more listeners on there. I'll type it in right now.
Yep. So, Mike, you sent me something the other day that I thought was real important, and it was an influencer who's like a photographer. He's like, this is going to take a long time of being consistent.
2 to 3 years, right?
2 to 3 years of being consistent. You're going to feel like you're not moving very fast. You're going to put in a lot of work. It's not going to yield anything. And then he's like, the next thing you know, he's like, it's like, bam, it all happens at once. I just feel like that's going to be for us too. I know it. If you take a look, I know we hate them, and they're our mortal enemies, and not that we wish ill on them.
We don't hate.
We don't hate.
Say that on air.
I don't know. Like I said, they were dismissive of us, and I use that as fuel. But the Golficity guys, you take a look. Did you see where they're at this week?
No.
They're in Ireland. They're playing Ballybunion or whatever the name of that course is. So these guys, we met them at Wiltwyck 2 years ago, and they're like, yeah,
we're hole in one.
Yeah, September 23rd, 2023 at 3:00. We met these guys, and the inspiration they gave us was after 7 years, they were taking their podcast, their golf channel full time. What we didn't appreciate was their desire not to even communicate with us, let alone collaborate, which Mike, you and I will never do. We'll always be there for the little guy, no matter how large we get, at least with some encouragement, even if we can't, can't help out directly. But again, when we saw those guys, they were playing Wiltwyck. One guy was working full time, one guy wasn't. They were still doing regional stuff. They've been all over the country this year. They've been to Myrtle. They've been to Orlando. They've been to Scottsdale. They were out in the Midwest. And now I just see they're in Ireland, right? I'm like, all right. I'm like, what's that? 9 years? I'm willing to do this for 9 years if that's the payoff,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And listen, I mean, so on Spotify, our podcast is it is what it is, right? It's a few listens. It's like 13 on average, 13 streams and downloads per episode, right? Okay. Whatever. I don't think Spotify is our main source of consumption. I think YouTube is. I put on the video version and also the audio version on there. And I will say that, let's see, episode 81, which was the 10 Commandments of Golf Etiquette, got 302 views of an hour and 16-minute podcast. I'm pretty happy about that.
So, Mike, not only am I thrilled about that, but I'll continue to say that our podcast, I think, is largely practice. There'll be one day where you and I will be invited to have our own show on the Golf Channel, and we'll have to. They'll say, "Do you have any experience in front of a camera? Do you have any experience, doing an hour of commentary?" We'll be like, "Yeah, we have 400 podcasts, and the first 100, had an average download of 40 people,
13,
right?
Yeah.
13." But I think the experience is invaluable, and quite honestly, I enjoy the time we spend together. Well, by the way,
because I'm awesome.
What's that?
Because I'm awesome.
Well, not for nothing. I was thinking about this the other day. Do you know Tom Segura, the comedian?
Yeah.
He's got a podcast, Two Bears, One Cave, with that other guy with no shirt on. Maybe that's what I should do. Yep. Start taking the shirt off. But he started a podcast with his wife, and he's like, it's an hour a week they get to spend together BSing, and they're funny. They're they're both really funny people. But I'm like, you and I get to spend an hour a week together talking about the week, planning and forecasting and stuff like that. I'm like,
remember driving down to Myrtle Beach last year?
My wife.
Remember driving down to Myrtle Beach? We got on. You were in one car, I'm in another. We're driving alongside each other. We talked on the phone for 3 hours. We should have just recorded that. Dude, I hung up and my entire family was like, "Are you guys serious? Did you guys seriously just talk on the phone for 3 hours?" I don't talk to Lisa for 3 hours in a month.
We talked all the way through New York, New Jersey. We were on the Delaware Bridge when we lost service. So that was funny. But
all right, let's
go.
So,
like I said, I don't care. I want people to listen to the podcast, but it's not the main goal for me on that.
Well, what's going to be great is when it does blow up, people are going to go back to our old stuff and be like, "Dude, this is how they started. It's hilarious."
Yeah.
All right. 100K total followers. You ready for this? So now this is a 60-day update. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So on Instagram, we're at 14,244.
All right,
that's
significant.
1,205 in 2 months.
Right.
That's a 9.24% increase in 2 months, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. If we keep going on that, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. TikTok, we are at 6,879. That is up 351 in 2 months. That is a 5% increase.
All right.
Step your game up, bro.
YouTube. And we talked about that the other day. I changed focus a little bit, and I think I can pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. Get your weight up, son. Yeah. YouTube, we're up 40 subscribers in 2 months, which is a 1% increase. But I will say this: any increase on YouTube, I am completely 100% happy.
That's the hardest one to move the needle on.
So hard. It is so hard.
Yeah.
I think people are very stingy with their subscribing. Like, I'm that way. I'll be honest. Like,
I am too.
I like videos. I'm not liking a whole channel. You know, like, I'll like a few things of somebody, and if they're funny, I'll subscribe. Or if they make like multiple good videos, then I'll subscribe. But if you make one good video and I like it, and then I'll watch another one and I don't like it, I'm not subscribing to you. But with that being said, I'm going to be a little more lenient with my subscribing. So maybe it'll be given back in return.
I like that. You know what it is, though, is I think YouTube's algorithm positions videos that I want to see in front of me without me having to subscribe to something. And there's really not... You know, like even like I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think his stuff is amazing. I don't have to subscribe to him or Joe Rogan because every third video that pops up is one of the two of them. You know, so I don't feel like I have to go out of my way.
It does do that. Yeah. And sometimes the person that you're following, especially like the big name people like Joe Rogan or Neil deGrasse Tyson, stuff like that, somebody else might take a snippet, like maybe a 5-minute snippet from that podcast. So now you're watching a Neil deGrasse Tyson video, but somebody else made it. So even if, whatever, it's YouTube is crazy. It's crazy. I love it. I want to be huge on it, but it's taking time. All right, Facebook
again, I think YouTube's going to be one of those where we pop off, like all of a sudden, like we had anything go viral on YouTube? I mean, we've had it on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook.
No, not like those. Not like
but
those.
Nothing's but gone for 1 million views, 3 million views.
No,
like
no. I think our biggest one were when we were doing some of those tiger videos back in the day. We had a couple like 50,000 and stuff like that. But that's about it.
But that was just reposting a video of Tiger Woods, so
which
that didn't have a lot to do with us.
I felt dirty when I was doing it. I really did feel a little dirty. I felt like I had a shower after I posted reposts.
But, dude, there's whole channels of people just reposting.
I know, and they say do it. They say
tens of thousands of followers.
I can't. I just feel dirty. I feel dirty reposting our own stuff that we already posted, even though it's good stuff or stuff that we like.
We fell into a thing where we just weren't posting a ton, several times a day, just busy, the both of us, and since you do the bulk of the editing, we just weren't getting there. I was almost thinking that we should start reposting some old stuff because it only gets like one look. But then you go back and folks that do dive into TikTok or do dive into Instagram, you'll see people liking stuff from like 2 years ago. And you're like, how far back on this channel are you going? You're going to have to scroll for 5 minutes to get down to those.
I only do that on Hot Chicks. I'm serious. All right. Impressions, we got a lot of impressions are up. That's just like clicks and views and stuff like that. So everything's up 27% on Instagram, 14% on TikTok.
Okay.
38% on YouTube, and Facebook doesn't matter. We're down.
Are we down on Facebook?
Interactions.
Well, I think some of the viewers are dying
6
off. It's just an old platform.
Yeah,
There.
6 people died in the last 60 days. So we lost 6 followers.
6 subscribers.
Sorry.
Due to aging out. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Interactions. So I think that let's see what they chalk interactions up as. Might be.
I bet that's
That
comments.
might be like maybe comments. Up on Instagram, 107%. I think that's likes, by the way. Up on TikTok, 1%. Down on Facebook. Down on YouTube.
All right.
I've
I've been spending a good amount of time engaging our follower base, liking their videos a lot, trying to communicate back and forth with them in the DMs and stuff like that, trying to get some communications going. So maybe that's reflected in there a little bit. That'd be nice.
Here's the problem. Not the problem, but here's where the numbers, all of those numbers, like the good ones, and this makes them even better, and the bad ones makes them a little less.
Yeah.
We're down in posts, number of posts. So like you just said, I haven't been posting as much. I was posting 3 times a day. All of 2024, I posted 3 times a day.
Yeah.
This year, I'm not, right? I don't
Like
post
1
on
or
weekends.
2 a day.
I've been 1 or 2 a day, and I try not to post anything sufficient. Like, I hate to say it, I'm not going to waste a post, a good edited video on a Saturday or Sunday. So,
Yep.
We're down 3.5% of posts on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, and 30% on YouTube. So those interactions, when you have less posts, you're going to have less interactions.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have more, impressions?
Yeah.
More impressions on less videos is also really, really good. So.
Well, you think about it. If something like TikTok, if we post 3 times a day and each one gets 40 likes, people, it took the time to press the like button. That's 120 likes on the day, and views, if it's 500 each, you got 1,500 views. We're down as far as, we're probably down 50% as far as the posts, but we're up 30% as far as the people that see them. I think that has
percentage-wise,
to do with the quality of the content. Also, we do seem to have a very loyal listenership. Like, we don't lose a lot of people. We don't. It's not like our numbers are up and down and up and down. It's like we're consistent, and people stick with us. So that's good.
Yep. All right. Other than that, video editing, drone photography stuff. We've been working on all that stuff.
Well, congratulations! You sold one of our drones, so we only own 2 drones now instead of 5, or two and a half.
Video editing. You need to be better at video editing, which is highlighted here. Still. I do like the 2 videos that you made yesterday.
Yeah. Still
waiting on Todd Hill Farm from a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago?
No, the ones from, when did we go? March?
So I've been, and I know it goes largely unrecognized, but I do take the time to break down those photos and put those together. That takes a bunch of time, but not as much time as it takes to put together an 18-hole flyover or an 18-hole match. That's for sure. But again, like I said, I can.
You did put a good
more.
Bunker video together.
We haven't been in the bunkers. We're getting too good. We haven't hit the bunker in a while.
The one up in Albany.
Oh, I put the bunker video. You know what it is when they're on my phone and I'm laying in bed, I'm like, I can in 2 minutes I can put this thing together.
You can do that off of the drive. Just download it off of the drive.
But then I got to go to the drive. I got to look and see, okay, I'm inspired by this set of videos. I got to download them and then put them together. I don't know. It's those extra couple of steps.
I can't wait till you watch this video that I'm editing, that I'm going to edit. And I want you to not listen. I want you to watch what goes on the screen when you're talking. When I edit it.
Is it? I thought this was
I might even just do the process.
interview, not an intervention or performance interview.
I might do the process on my computer and film it and just show you how it goes. Boop, 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 boop. Click, click,
Adam,
click,
the
done.
reason we've called you in here today is to discuss your recent performance in editing.
We need you to sit down.
Maybe you can tell us from your perspective how you feel things have been going recently at Just the Tips. Well, I've been kind of busy, and it's a
verbally harassed.
You
Just
also
short of physically assaulted.
by the way, yes, you're gonna have to write an apology letter to the Golficity guys for what you said on the podcast, and
what you wrote to them in a DM.
Don't drink and DM the Golficity guys how you really feel about them. But anyway,
that's it, dude. That's it. You're good. You're good. When you watch every monthly review and how you finish the conversation about how you're going to work on your editing, and then it's still the same thing every month.
I just don't think you give me enough credit for what I do. It's easy to be a fault finder. It's harder to be a good finder. Why don't we find what I do well and build on that?
Okay.
Just make sure you put that in there too. It's not completely dog crap.
I'll put it on the list for next month. I'll put it on my personal goal is to start giving Adam some positive feedback.
It wouldn't hurt. It doesn't cost a thing.
Neither is negative feedback.
All right.
All right, brother. All right, listen, we got our work cut out. We got so I'm moving.
Oh yeah.
I'm moving. I'm copying and pasting. Copy, paste over to August. It's going to be July, but
well, let's hit that just real fast, and then honestly, we both got to get running here. We got stuff to do.
Tobacco, Todd Hill Farm, Pine Needles, Mid Pines, Southern Pines, Pine this, Pine that. There's 4 courses.
Well,
there.
What can we get accomplished in the month of July? What are things? Can I get down to scratch in July? Probably not. Right? Can I lose 25 pounds in July? Maybe.
Cut a leg
off. Can we knock out? How many? By the way, how many top 10 courses have we played already?
2.
Just 2.
Yeah, you got Taconic that's up in Massachusetts that we need to play.
So we'll get 2 and we'll get if we play if we play in the Pines, that gets us 2 in July. If we throw Taconic in there, that's 3, and then if we can get 3 more in Myrtle, that brings us up to 6. That would be 8 for the year, just leaving us with 2 left.
Totally doable, but we got to make them. We got to make that happen. Like we got to make those phone calls now.
Yeah. Call Oliver Watson, the member at Taconic. He says he's been threatening to bring us out there. If Ben's not getting back to you, I'll call Pine Needles and I'll just drop their names. I mean, they're good with that. I know those guys are busy. It's their busy season. So, like I said, I can,
Yeah, but it needs to happen like within the next 48 hours so we can start putting it on the schedule.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, for real. And I got flights to book too. So.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to mess with my schedule, but I'm not letting it happen. I'm not letting your negativity affect my schedule.
It's not negativity.
I might even just get an extra round in without you. Me and Miss Paddock are going to go play Tot Hill Farm without you.
Are we going to play Tot again?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get Ben over to Pine Needles, Mid Pines, or the other Pines.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Send Ben an email. He does a good job with those.
I mean, I thought a direct text would have been better, but, we'll see.
So
maybe we can play Tot on the way back.
Ooh, that's kind of sexy.
I can't. You can't drive through North. You can't be right there and not play Tot Hill.
But if we play Tot Hill, then I also want to play Tobacco Road because I love Tobacco Road. Can we do 36 in a day on that Sunday on the way back?
With an hour drive in between?
The way you drive, it'll be an hour.
True.
We can get there.
All right, dude. Let's make it happen. That's the June-July monthly update.
All right. Like I said, coming to you live from Utica, New York. I'm Adam.
I'm Mike. Just the tips.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.